Mr. Big from Zootopia is definitely one of the more fascinating characters in the movie, even though we don't get a whole lot of information about him. In this video, we're gonna dive into his character and explore his backstory based on the details we do know. Mr. Big has earned a reputation as one of the most notorious and feared figures in all of Zootopia. He's not just a crime boss, he's also incredibly wealthy, and his influence spreads across the city. Whether it's the high-end Tundra Town limousine service or his various legitimate businesses, Mr. Big has his hands in many operations that play an important role in Zootopia's daily life. He's not your typical crime boss, he's much more than that. He's a powerful figure who has built an empire that serves the needs of citizens, making him both respected and feared. Now, when it comes to his backstory, there's not a lot of information, and most of it is left as a mystery. But from what we do know, Mr. Big didn't always live the life of a powerful crime boss. He actually immigrated to Zootopia with his great-grandmama, driven by the same hopes and dreams many young mammals have. He wanted a better life. He was full of ambition, eager to make something of himself in the big city. When Mr. Big was a young shrew, he had a very optimistic and hopeful view of the world. He was sympathetic and full of dreams, much like Judy when she first arrived in Zootopia. Just like Judy, he believed Zootopia was a place where anything was possible, a land of endless opportunities. He was young and full of ambition, eager to make a name for himself. However, the reality of Zootopia wasn't as glamorous as he thought. He faced a lot of struggles along the way, and it wasn't easy to get ahead. The challenges, disappointments, and dashed expectations could have easily crushed his spirit. But instead of giving up or letting the hardships defeat him, those struggles lit a fire within him. His determination to succeed only grew stronger with each setback. He wasn't going to let anything stand in his way, no matter how tough things got. After putting in years of hard work and showing incredible tenacity, Mr. Big slowly started to build his reputation. Despite his small size, he managed to befriend and earn the respect of those who towered over him, both in height and power. And in some cases, he didn't just earn their respect, he earned their fear. People began to take notice of this shrew who wouldn't back down, and they realized he was a force to be reckoned with. This was the turning point for Mr. Big. He went from being an underdog to becoming one of the most dangerous and influential leaders in the criminal world of Zootopia. He is a character who is all about honor and respect. Even though he operates in the world of organized crime, he has a strong moral compass that guides his actions. To him, loyalty means everything. He treats those who are loyal to him as if they were family, which we saw clearly in Zootopia when he talked about Emmett Otterton.
Otterton is my florist. He's like a part of the family.
He referred to Otterton as being like family, which shows just how deep his sense of loyalty runs. But the flip side of that is, if you disrespect him or his loved ones, he takes it very seriously. One example of this is when Nick sold him what was supposed to be a valuable wool rug. That rug had a lot of sentimental value to Mr. Big because it was connected to his family history. It was used to bury his beloved grandmama. However, when he discovered that the rug Nick sold him was actually made from the fur of a skunk's butt, that was the ultimate insult. It wasn't just about the rug itself. It was about the fact that Nick disrespected something that meant so much to him. Before this incident, Mr. Big and Nick got along pretty well. They had a good relationship and there was mutual respect between them. But after Nick's betrayal with the fake rug, their friendship was pretty much over. Mr. Big was so angry that he didn't want to see Nick's face ever again. He made it clear that if they ever crossed paths again, nothing good would come of it. It really shows just how important respect and loyalty are to Mr. Big. When people are loyal to him, he treats them like family, and he'll go out of his way to protect them. But if you betray him or show disrespect, especially when it comes to his family, you're done in his eyes. He's not a character who gives second chances when it comes to trust. That's pretty much all the information I could find about Mr. Big, but even with the little we know, he's such an interesting character.